On everyone. So I had an idea in theory that I talked about. I actually had the same one back in Scream 7, or sorry, Scream 6, going into Scream 7. Had a whole theory and idea in Scream 6 that I think now is confirmed that they're going to do in Scream 7. Not confirmed in the sense like the studio came and gave information, but confirmed in the sense that like we have new information that leads me more to think that my idea is even more likely to happen now, if not is going to happen. So I want to give you a quick second to get out. Again, this is just a theory. It's just an idea. I don't have any leaks or any scripts or anything like that I've read. This is something, like I said, that I proposed the idea back in Scream 6. Didn't happen. I proposed the idea recently, right? Or I guess not recently, but a couple months ago for Scream 7, when Scream 7 got announced. And now I think that's what's going to happen. So give you a second. 3, 2, 1. All right. If you're still here, you don't care. Again, it's not a spoiler. The only reason I want to kind of give you a spoiler warning is because I do think it's probably something that's probably about to happen. And I don't want to ruin the movie for anybody, even accidentally. Right, because this is a theory, but it's in regards to Stu and Leslie Macher. So one of the things that we aren't familiar with yet is Leslie Macher. And Leslie Macher, where is she? She was Stu Macher, who was played by Matthew Lillard, his sister. Right, she was the older sister, ventured away. We now have all of these past killers and all this stuff that is like this history, this sort of past Ghostface timeline that is all now expected to kind of rear its head in the upcoming Scream movie. Something that I talked about is, what if this Scream movie leads you down a path to believe that Stu Macher is alive and the one doing the killings, only to reveal at the end that no, it's not really him. It is, in fact, his sister, Leslie Macher. I think that that's more likely now than ever. And the reason for that is because of the recent information, which these are going to be potential spoiler things. So again, if you're here, I imagine you don't care. So there's talks about, or reports, or not reports, rumors. Everything's a rumor until it's not, right? Rumors going around that that Sydney and Stu will have like a conversation, but it'll be a deep fake. It won't actually be Stu. It'll just be kind of like this back and forth dialogue, but it'll be, AI, artificial intelligence, which makes a lot of sense, right? That they would go that route. That's why I think that's the route they're going to go. It's why you hear, Jill and Billy and Stu and Roman and, so on and so forth, right? So I think now it makes even more sense. And there's also reports that Stu is going to play a big role in this film, but he is indeed dead, right? Again, I don't know this. This is just the rumors that have came out. So, if he really is dead, but he plays a big role, and you're going to get sequences of him talking as if he's still alive, it would make sense that killer has some sort of attachment or connection or something tethered to Stu. Right? I mean, to me, it's just what would make the most sense. So, who could that person possibly, potentially, realistically be? I'd say it's Stu, right? Duh. I just think also you have the built-in and inherent kind of reasoning and logic, and maybe she was kind of manipulating things behind the scenes, right? Maybe she went off the rails when Vince died. Right? Because that's who Vince's mother was. So it's like, not only did my brother get killed, but now my son is killed, all because of Sydney. If Sydney's dead, Ghostface probably goes away. But as long as Sydney's still out there, there's going to be people that want to do a copycat or whatever. Right? You can always justify and have some weird, crazy BS reason why she picked up the Ghostface mantle, right? Like the motive is, like Randy said, motives are incidental, right? Like motives are irrelevant. It doesn't really matter. Like most people want motive just to have some sense of reasoning, but I also and I've talked about this heavily, like, I actually prefer when the motive is just crazy. Because they're great. Anybody that's willing to pick up a knife and just go run through a bunch of people, right? Like, you're crazy. Like, you start solving your problems with a knife and a costume, you're crazy. Like, there is no real explanation. There is no real rhyme. It's like, oh, that makes sense. Like, no, you're crazy, right? So instead of justifying and trying to argue and explain the crazy, just let them be crazy, right? I've still to this day, one of my favorite lines ever in cinema is, why are you doing this? Because you were home. That is terrifying, right? Like, there's no real reason. There's no real rhyme. There's nothing. Like, why are you killing us? Why are you doing this? Another great example, Supernatural. For my Supernatural lovers, if you're familiar with me, big Supernatural guy, diehard Supernatural guy. The episode where the humans, right? And Dean's like, humans are the worst. Yeah, like, why are you doing this? And he said, because it's fun. Well, he said it like, because it's fun, right? Like, it's terrifying. Right? Like, it's just crazy. Like, why are you doing this? Because you're off the rails insane, right? Like, you don't need these, like, crazy motives. Right? It runs in the family. She had a serial killer in the family. Like, it makes sense, right? It's hereditary. So let her go and just go off the rails, and Vince is the thing that sent her off the rails, and she wants to take from Sydney what was taken from her. Her brother, her son. Well, I don't now. Sydney doesn't have a brother anymore, so let's go after her daughters. Let's go after her husband. Take out her, right? Like, the argument, the justification, right? Like, that's kind of what I could see presenting itself in this next Scream movie. And that's the route that I do. I really do think that's probably the most likely scenario, where they're going to lead us down this path to believe, okay, Stu is still alive. And then, vert expectations, and it's like, oh no, it's not Stu, it's actually his sister Leslie. Oh my God, right? And it's like, haha, it was me all along, right? Like, that's the route that I think that they're gonna go. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. I pass the question to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? Hey Phil, what are your thoughts? Do you agree with me? Do you think, like, yes, that's the route they should go? Leslie Macher, have you kind of led down this path of it being Stu, and then psych, it's really Billy, right? Like, or Billy, it's really Leslie Macher. Or do you think, no, like, just keep it straightforward? However you feel, whatever your thoughts are. Either way, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me out. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel. What are you doing? Hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.